And while I'm at it, I get asked this question often. Why am I single? Why am I not in a marriage? Or why am I in a unhappy relationship? Why can't I find the right person? Is that because in my astrology I'm supposed to be single? Why is it I don't have kids? Is that because in my numerology I'm not supposed to have kids? See, there's always potential. And there are people in their charts that you see that they're going to be married 5, 6, 7 times. And that's because they don't recognize the energy that's there and they just get into it. Or that people who are going to have a ton of children, whether it's by adoption or different purposes. And then there's people who they have what's called an obstruction to children, meaning there's different things that happen to where they have an obstruction or they have an obstruction in a relationship who makes it harder. Almost anybody can get married. Almost anybody can be in a relationship, but some people have an energy that requires them to be in a certain type of relationship and they're not willing to bend on that. Therefore, if you're not willing to bend, you're not going to be in a relationship. You're not going to have kids because you're waiting for an energy that aligns. Or you've been in a situation, and I'm not talking like just physically unable to have kids. I'm talking about making a choice, right? And some people who make choices that cause them to physically not be able to have children. Some people make choices that cause them to be incarcerated and not actually able to have children. There's different things that you have to see with the energy. But there's another thing that happens that a lot of people skip over. There are people who do I don't want to call it witchcraft because that's the meaning, but they put curses and spells on people and they do it in different means. And I don't want to say witchcraft because that's not necessarily how they do it, but they trap your energy in essence and tie it to them and create something of a soul tie. And when they do that, you can't ever move beyond them. So they can do whatever, but you can't get married, get in another fulfilling relationship, all these different things. And when you realize a person is doing that to you and you stay, you're like signing the contract saying, oh, yeah, I'm okay with this. So that's why I tell people when you leave a person, if you're married, divorce them. Don't stay married to them. And then you're wondering why you can't find somebody, you can't meet somebody. And then you say the other thing, I'm happy being single, but then you aren't because then you're actually with someone, but you're lying about it and think that we don't know, but we all know. But then it's not a fulfilling relationship because you're still stuck to the other person. That soul tie is still there. Just like I tell people, don't be holding on to their clothes. Oh, I'm saving this because it reminds me of, for what? Let that energy go.